Our coach, 1-2 on the day, but we talked before you got going here this morning. This is not a tournament you set up necessarily with the mindset that you're going to win. Mindset is to face good competition, get better, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We get good competition here because first weekend of the season, this is the time to lose. This is the time to get really tough matches. We bring Arrowhead and Burlington in here because they got some really tough kids all the way through the lineup. Only one of our guys got out today without a loss. Everyone on the team had some really tough matches, and now we have film on what we need to improve on.
Yeah, that was one thing Merrick said, and we'll get to his 100th win in just a second. But he said that big loss, something that doesn't happen to him very often, right? And something he can go back and kind of a unique thing. He can work on things and pick out some weaknesses to improve upon, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Losing at the right time, we saw it in our football season too, with me being a football coach too. Losing against Edgerton early in the year really springboarded us into conference play. We rolled that up to Mayville, then we lost to Mayville last game of the year, and we were like, okay, we're not all that. We got to work hard. We got to work really hard this week. Got to fix what we screwed up, and moving forward, we got to use that to our advantage. And then that springboarded us into a state championship in football, so I think that'll work the same exact way here.
100 wins, obviously, that's something that, even some of the best wrestlers, whether it be health or whatever, doesn't allow them to reach that plateau. What does it mean for Merrick to get that today, and what does it say about his entire body of work over the past 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years?
Yeah, Merrick's one of the hardest workers in our room, obviously. He's a great leader, always super level-headed, which as a wrestler, if you can keep yourself from getting too high or too low, we always say kick butt right in the middle. That is where wrestlers do best. He has mastered that. Like you said today, the match against Arrowhead showed him that he's not the best of the best yet, but there's room for improvement. That's all that means. And we're going to go back through that film. We're going to work on it, and he will be better and better this week, moving on through the season.
Marshall's certainly going to get his dominating matches today. That Arrowhead match loses 10-9, but that was when he was down by, 7 or 8 points late in the match. Comes back and nearly wins it. I think if there was maybe 30 more seconds, he probably wins that match. The grit and determination of that match, and then a tight 2-0. At his weight class, you don't see 2-0 wins very often. What does it say about him and his work ethic and his determination and grit to be able to, come back in that Arrowhead match and then grind out a really important win against Burlington?
Yeah, Marshall's a dog, man. He just does not stop. This is his second year being a captain now, also just like Merrick, super level-headed, never believes that he's out of a match, always knows that if there's time on the clock, there's time to score. There's time to come back and win this thing. 10-9 match against Arrowhead guy named Duchateau that pinned Marshall last year. That is huge for him. Just seeing that heart, showing and then showing all the younger wrestlers on the team too, especially because we got a lot of new blood this year, showing the younger guys that this is the heart that builds Lomira wrestling. This is the program. This is what we build ourselves on and what we do every single year and why we are always successful.
Coach, the win-loss column might not say, but I would say pretty successful day. Agreed?
Absolutely. Don't have to look at the team score to have a successful day.
Congrats, Coach, and best luck this year.
Thank you.